I regret joining this lobby. Yes! Alright. You and me, easy.
Fucking cheaters.
We're gonna start a band. 4 pledges and a meepo.
Someone said about a cheat for 10,000 gold. How do you do that?
It's
on.
Someone
if the
said
cheats are on, you just type in.
10,000 gold. How do you do that?
I don't know. I forgot. It's something.
You're a lot of help.
I did it one time during the first match of the tournament.
Trasher's broke ass computer broke.
I think of a cheat I could put in to test it. That won't fucking anything.
Just do the gold one so I know what to type.
Yeah, it's on. I don't know who decided that would be a good idea.
Oh god, I just random meepo. Oh my god.
I only have 600 gold.
Yeah, you have to type something in, but I don't know what or where.
You want me to turn on what the fuck mode?
Yes. Alright, that didn't work.
What's the old Command and Conquer one?
Up, down, left, right, A, B.
No.
No? Is that some white power call? I don't feel comfortable here anymore.
Dude!
Look at all that meat, just waiting to be carved.
Nobody likes to play support, yet everybody likes to win.
So did everybody fucking go hook?
Wait, we get no items in this one?
What do you mean?
It won't let me buy items.
You in the store?
Yeah.
I don't know, I got items. Look at all this XP we're getting.
It says can't take items. Is that a meepo thing or what?
I don't think so. What the fuck? That guy has a heart?
Oh, he cheated.
Jesus. Oh, you're on my team. Fuck.
Why wasn't I able to take items?
Ha! I'm going back. Man, someone should have played Chin.
I'm so confused. Well, Splat's here. Let's just get this game over with.
I'm not getting experience either. This is garbage.
Cursed blood! I'm not the slightest bit squeamish.
Oh my god.
Double kill! I've just got losses. Well, wet my stones.
Someone's in our base should buy,
Missing middle!
Someone's having technical difficulties.
I'm using them, don't take.
Here I come! Aye, aye.
Micro's better. Jesus. Aw, that looks pretty sad. I feel bad now.
You gotta be shitting me. You got the courier kill, you asshole.
Spawn a new one. Oh, spawn a...
Yeah.
Spawn another. Oh, shit. Ow.
What the fuck?
I'm so confused. I feel like I'm gonna throw up watching this Pudge.
UI's all fucked up. Wait, what's the cheat for level 25?
Bash level 25.
Oh, there we go. My UI's broke anyways, though.
Wait, did that work?
Yeah.
I just totally made that
I
up.
can't even level up because my UI's broke.
I'm going.
So I'm level 25 and I can't even do anything with it.
Listen. Flashlight.
Made him.
Trash or is your computer working now?
Your mid tower's coming apart. Hate to be your mid tower right about now.
That may have been the most funny thing I've ever seen.
Spastic ass Pudge.
Pretty cool.
Okay, I'm stuck.
Great.
Trip
I know what's going on.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Wait, what?
Lucas Splat? What?
Somebody is magically on my friends list that is not normally on it.
Bendy?
Goddamn.
I knew it! They're buying a ringer.
I want to go feed the Roshan in the beginning of the game.
I knew what you were gonna do. It still took me a second to figure it out.
You know what's weird? I was talking to Fernie about changing the name to Livewire and playing for us under that account.
That was my other plan, but I knew Splat was signed up for it.
Oh, shit.
You got ruined when Az actually showed up.
Avatar even is an exact carbon copy.
I like New Splat.
We'll see if anything happened at this Sony thing.
I was gonna be Somnia, and then Somnia got on. I was like looking for his avatar and shit. That's weird that I still show up as Trasher in the chat.
Did you change your name while you were still in there?
No, I was out of the game. I completely shut off Steam
Oh,
after
really?
I changed
Wow.
my name. And it still had me as Trasher. Must have something to do with like the cache or something with Dota. Must like save it for a little bit. The fuck? Was Shake fucking texting Splat? What is this?
Yeah, it was.
Gah!
He's on his phone.
Gah! The fuck? Was Shake fucking kids in all your phones these days?
Did you figure out the stats?
I guess. There's a button in here? I won't know until I'm like actually in game.
You got some stats ready for us?
How many times I doomed the creep?
That's a good one.
How close is Reggie Bush to 1,800 yards?
He's on pace. He's fine.
Great.
Isn't he out for a while?
Yeah, but he's getting like 300 yards every other week. He gets a rest week.
Didn't he have like 69 what week 2?
Yeah, maybe less.
No problem.
He only played a quarter, bros. What do you expect?
He's on pace if he
That
plays a
guy-
16-game season, which he's done.
Yeah, that guy's
once
favorite mache.
ever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much exactly what I expect. 1 quarter. That's about right on par.
At least your team's run.
1 quarter of the season.
Yeah.
We,
I think fucking Green Bay runs more than Dallas. Jesus Christ.
hopefully Eddie Lacy can
Not anymore.
get
Eddie
Bush's
Lacy's
1
done
week
for a couple
total in his
weeks.
career.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but Eddie Lacy never ran either. What's your point?
Still more than Dallas.
Is Lacy out still, or is he gonna play this week?
He had a concussion. I'm pretty sure he's out for at least 1 week.
He was not ruled out for this week, actually.
I thought you have to sit out for a week if you get a concussion.
No, it's just
Depends.
concussion.
Not if you're
Obviously,
Packers.
since it was like his
Remainder
6th
of the
carry.
game.
If it's severe enough, they'll
Right.
make you sit.
He
They don't
actually
run it-
passed. He passed the concussion tests on Sunday too, so
I mean, they
You have
don't
to
run
pass
anyway.
them.
Why don't they just rest him?
they will. I think. I'm just saying he wasn't ruled out. I doubt he'll play. They already said Starks is starting.
Who does Green Bay play this week?
Bengals. I'm going.
Oh, nice. The Bungles.
You're not allowed to bitch about Dallas's rushing attack, Somnia. They have
3
almost
touchdowns?
double the rushing attack of the Giants right now.
That's true. We don't drop the ball.
Let me
every
tell
time we
you,
touch it.
that motherfucker, Big AT, your fucking piece of shit running back Wilson is on one of my
You
fantasy teams.
You don't
He's
understand
useless.
how many people have made like really personal threats towards me for the fantasy performance of David Wilson so far.
That guy, I swear to God.
Yo, what the fuck's with Wilson? Like I coach him or encourage anyone to pick him up.
You're the only New York Giants fan I know. There's no one else I can bitch to.
Track down Welly.
Wellington.
Throw
He's
a
never
He's
around.
living a life away from game.
throw a brick at T. Barber.
You could just blame Bob.
That's true.
It's always
Boobs is
been
always
Bob.
easy to blame. Classic boobs.
Though I
Oh
do not
my
agree
God.
with where the Patriots are on the depth on the power rankings.
It's an interleague conspiracy. The,
They are
the
by
shit
far the worst
players
2-0
and
team.
teams in that division, just to make the Patriots look good every year.
Either that or it's people that haven't actually watched one of their games so far.
Yeah, they just assume that they're really good.
Lions would be
I mean, they're not going to
50-0
lose
in
their
that
division. Unless Miami keeps playing decently. But
Speaking of boobs, is he gonna sim our game?
Is Ram really quitting?
What?
hey, a deep downstream.
Is who quitting
Ram.
Ramirez.
from the league?
Till PS4.
Surprised Luke hasn't quit already.
Twins doesn't work, so he's out.
Oh, Luke sent me so many messages in all caps today saying restart the league.
Okay, deep down, this stream I'm watching, it looks just like fucking Dark Souls.
Is that one like tech demo-y thing they showed?
The online-only PS4 game, yeah.
It was like Dragon Flame or something.
Yeah. I mean, it literally is fucking Dark Souls.
Yeah, that looked
Just better graphics.
really derivative.
Are we starting this thing or what?
Still
I
waiting
tried my
on
best
Splat.
as Narc, and
Splat
no
is
one
too
started the
busy
game.
making a game that no one has seen, but they say it's coming out next year, so who knows?
And is like 900p.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, what's
That is
that
gonna be the
shit?
greatest game ever.
I
Fuck
was
you
ready
guys.
to go. You guys didn't.
I've got to
start
see it before I'll claim it's the greatest ever.
it. You get all detective.
I still haven't even played Grand Theft Auto. It's sitting here in its wrapper.
Yeah, you should probably just hold on to that.
Why would you want to play that game?
Because I need something to play, even though I barely even play games anymore. This is the
It's
first
not-
game
it's
I
actually-
played
it's
in
good.
ages.
Wind Waker. Fuck yeah. Tomorrow.
No, I'm good.
Nope.
Played that game before.
Me too. It's great.
I'm getting a PS4, and I don't even know if I really will even touch it. That's the sad thing.
You will for Madden League, right? Yeah, no?
I can, but my schedule's going to be all fucked up. We'll see how it works. I may have to
You
adjust
see
some
that?
stuff.
He's calling you a loser because you have time for video games.
No, I'm just readjusting stuff
Hey, guys.
in my life.
Was that a wild splat?
That was a
Yes.
wild splat. He's done making video games, and he's actually
Nah.
going to play one.
It was Trasher. Got a voice changer.
Working on it.
Where was this saying I was in the lobby? Shake, were you just fucking with me?
Hey, Splat's in here finally.
No,
Oh
Hey,
my
look,
god, this
there's
intro
two
cartoon
splats
to
in
this
the
game
chat.
is 600 hours.
Traster changed his name to Splat, and he joined up.
What a jerk.
Same
Doing
icon
it
and
for the
everything.
team. I was doing it for Team Shake.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I don't think Master Shake's back. Is he back? Oh, he is here, yeah.
I like how Splat just jumped up to 581 wins.
Wait, are we
I've been
gonna,
playing a lot, alright?
We're going to switch up this
Playing offline.
twit in Mumble, right?
No, we're fine.
There's two
You guys can
Splats
stay
in
there.
this lobby.
My team's gonna go to 3.
Hey, everyone go by Ironclad Tactics.
I say Crow's team should go to 2.
Yeah, no. I think our title in Trash Player is more fitting.
Too late, everybody's leaving. Go to 2.
Eh.
We're on the
What are you guys doing? Everybody
Only
on my
live-
team go to 3.
Alright,
You're
I'll
not the
Everyone came
fucking
back.
boss of me.
Well, I guess we'll stay in here.
Yeah, neither did I. I'm gonna look at that again. I don't have to like download some shit.
I don't think you do. It seemed like you just have to click that button. AT, do you remember ever seeing that Dota icon in the top right?
I've never used that stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's all in game now.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
it's
as long as
click
I'm in a
that button.
broadcaster
AT, do you
slot, that
remember
should
seeing
pop up.
that
Yeah.
Dota icon? I mean, that's what it claims, so hopefully it's there. Otherwise, I have no
Never
fucking
used
idea.
That stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's all in game now.
J-Man.
Yeah, I mean,
like as long
You
as
guys
I'm-
doing it in-house?
We're watching the finale of an epic tournament.
Stream is it on, or you guys are watching it in game?
AT's. I'm gonna be in. You can get in game if you want to hop in the broadcast channel. Doesn't matter.
How do I get in there?
Or it's being streamed.
It's just
Too late,
started.
You're gonna have to watch the stream. I'll link you. Nope. Never mind. It's already linked.
Alright, here we go. Finally, the 5-game series that was at least a month in the process. Game 5, the 5th and final one of the MaddenGAF Grudge match series. Team Crow versus Team Shake.
Seems like game started a bit later than we expected. Let's see if the extra time to think about it's going to cause these bands to look any different than they have the rest of the series.
I've been around for the last hour, and I assure you there was 0 critical thinking going on.
Too much pudge on pudge action mid.
Absolutely. They
Radiant's
started off with the least surprising ban ever, Weaver, which has been banned first all 5 games by Shake, and then Spirit Breaker by Team Crow, another one that's been banned out, I believe, in the last 3.
So if this is gonna play it like it always does, a Doom Band. Yep, there it is. Doom Band should
And
be
now
coming
Nature's
next.
Prophet.
NP, let's do it.
Let's just skip the draft.
Why are we wasting our time? NP it, do it.
Who's been playing Space Cow on Shake's team?
I don't
Nobody.
think anyone.
I don't think we saw him in any of the games, but magically all of a sudden Spirit Breaker, Nature's Prophet just got banned every game. No head warning, they just feel like they're shitty heroes. Oh shit, Master Shake respect ban.
That is the first time. Let's see if he goes with the Prophet. He hasn't played it all because it's been banned completely, but...
Lone Druid!
Dyer's pick.
I feel like now that Tiger Rag's armed with the knowledge that Midas actually does much more when it's on the Druid, he wants to give it another shot.
Game's completely changed.
Did they win with that one? Was that game 3 or 4?
I honestly don't
It's
remember.
all become a clusterfuck of knowledge in my head at this point.
The problem is that the drafts from games 3 and 4 were so damn similar from the one side that I don't remember what game was the other.
They really were. I think I completely tuned them out in group board. Wow!
Prophet shows up.
That's
Other
why they
team
didn't
picks.
ban him. Wow!
So who plays Prophet on Crow's team?
I don't know. Fern possesses some of the abilities that can help with playing Nature's Prophet.
Most notably the ability to press R every 60 seconds.
He does have a mouse and keyboard, so that should help. Beyond that, though, I don't know if anyone's played him a whole lot.
Prophet's definitely a sick hero. I mean, early game ganking potential where you can just TP anywhere. Late game push power. Super solid hero. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Ian's pick.
This is weird. Both of these picks were, every time they've occurred, the bans have been as a result of wanting to prevent Shake's team from taking Prophet, and every time Lifestealer was picked, it was used by Shake's team, so I feel like they've just extended their ban phase into the actual pick time.
Counter picks are all over the place.
Yeah, but also, fair enough in a pro game where pros can handle every hero. The question is, can these guys actually handle these heroes that they have very little experience with?
Reserve.
Yeah, taking away Splat's Lifestealer is definitely probably a solid choice. So I can't say I dislike any of these picks so far. So this is going to be an interesting game. I'm already pumped. My penis is, I'd say, at about half-mast.
Ursa Warrior.
Jesus.
Team Bear! It's going to be Bear Strat!
Bear!
Always an effective one. This is
Goddamn
like,
bears.
I feel like the last few games, the heavy hitters started to come out around picks 3 and 4. They're just going balls to the wall right away.
I want to see, let me see, Tusk. Tusk is another bear-looking fucker, so that would be a sweet pick to go with this. Puck Band feels so out of place when we've got all these bears and trees and Lifestealers.
No one that can play it.
10 seconds to go.
But the pros pick him, so fuck that guy.
5 seconds.
Lifestealer's gonna have a whole lot of HP on those two heroes to eat.
Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, he had no knowledge of the Ursa pick prior, but I mean, even against the Lone Druid, that's a pretty sweet pick, just beating the shit out of that
Yeah,
bear.
he kind of does sick in lane. With Feast, you can really just use the bear as your personal HP regen.
Ooh, the Razor ban is actually kind of unfortunate. I think Crow's team could have benefited from having a Razor, actually.
Yeah, Razor's a legit counter to Lifestealer. That attack damage sap goes through everything, even when you infest another creature, which is really obnoxious.
I was actually thinking that Crow's team would want to pick up the Razor to try and negate either the Druid Bear or the Ursa. I mean, either of those heroes are going to be pretty sick the later this game goes, so having a Razor on your side would definitely be a nice way to nullify one of those guys.
Reserve time.
DK ban, that's a nice solid respect ban from previously. I think Cold Blooded's been playing him lately, to good effect, so that's a solid ban. They've also been picking Tricore lately, so that's also would fit with that theme. And it seems kind of wide open right now. I honestly have no idea what we're about to see as far as picks go right now.
I feel like these first two heroes are going to be Fernie Crow.
I mean, Alchemist is still in the
playing,
pool.
like the carry role for the most part because he seems to enjoy not leaving his lane. And I honestly don't know if any of them could really play Nature's Prophet to any real degree.
So Nyx Assassin getting picked up, and actually this does expose a weakness to this draft that we're seeing. There's plenty of Invis heroes in the pool. We still got Ricky, we still got Bounty Hunter. So teams that are traditionally not comfortable dealing with Invis have left a lot in the pool.
This still looks like it looks like they're drafting for the other team. It feels like they're drafting for the other team. Nyx, another hero that Esnark plays a lot. Instead, they go with his signature hero Dazzle.
Yeah, force him on the Dazzle. I mean, I honestly, right now, really like the draft from Crow. The question's really going to be, as you said, can these guys play these heroes effectively? I mean, Nyx is an awesome Nyx bomb carrier for the Lifestealer. Prophet, you could even argue, is another nice carrier for Nyx. So, Nyx. So it's, I like the setup. It's, can they execute?
5 seconds.
And that's going to be a Knight's Jakiro, I believe, is the one who's been playing that hero.
Yeah, he'll definitely be taking that. I think that's going to put the Nyx on Somnia.
Dyer's ban.
So I think, again, Shake team going with a Tricore setup here with Gyro, Ursa, and Lone Druid. I don't suspect they'd be doing a support Gyro here, so probably last pick going to be a support of some kind to run with this. Unless they just go balls deep and go quad core.
5 seconds.
Curious as if they're gonna run this Nyx mid, or are they gonna pick another mid?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Prophet mid. I think that's where Fernie's been playing that a fair amount. I don't know. This is quite a greedy draft right now for the Radiant.
Do you think anyone on Team Shake here knows how to jungle Ursa, or is that going to be a laning Ursa?
It might be...
10 seconds to go.
They might jungle it. I don't know if anyone knows how to play Ursa.
5 seconds.
I was going to say, if someone can jungle Ursa, that actually makes their quad core semi-legit, in the sense that everyone can have their own lane to get XP and gold in. The question is, can someone jungle one of these heroes to make that even an option?
Dyer's pick.
A couple of mids getting banned out, TA and Death Prophet. I don't know. I didn't see either of them realistically getting picked here.
It's the magic of these games. I don't know what a traditional mid hero is with these guys, so it's kind of totally open to me.
I could see Gyro going mid for Shake.
So last pick up here, I think they're going to need someone that can scale pretty good into the end game. I'd like to see a carry of some kind here.
5 seconds. Reserve time.
Who's it gonna be?
And they've got a lot of time to chew on it. I don't know. It's a very greedy lineup by Team Shake again. I mean, heavy right-click damage coming out of those guys. Esnark on that Dazzle should be able to keep him up for a lot of these fights. I think if Crow's team can keep the aggression up early, things should go in their favor. It's just going to be a matter of how proficient they are in these heroes.
It could be a hard lane if they're sending that Prophet mid and they do it a tri-lane, safe lane.
I don't, have we seen, I guess we have seen...
Have they been doing that?
I don't think there's been a kind of traditional tri-lane. There's been junglers. I don't think that we've seen a proper tri-lane though. Shake has run DS solo a few times.
Yeah, I think actually every game Shake's been a solo. Tidehunter. Wow. So initiation and team disable. That's a good pick. I mean, they're definitely set up for team fight here. It's just going to be a question of can they get the farm to compete with these right clickers on the side of the Radiant.
Yeah, Lifestealer, for as much as he you know, kind of mans up to a certain extent, Ursa, you really can't even stand up against him one-on-one, as crazy as it sounds.
10 seconds to go.
But that setup a lot of the times late game, it just becomes who gets Basher first, or who gets the luckier bash strikes to start out.
Yeah, something that's unfortunate here on the Dire side is that they've really only got one ranged hero that matters as far as DPS and Nature's Prophet. When they get someone sprouted up like an Ursa, he's not really going to be taking much damage in there unless it's the Prophet that's going all out like Deso, Orchid, something to that effect. So it's really just going to be more of a disable than an outright ability to deal tons of damage to him. I don't know, it's going to take a lot of coordination. I mean, a Tidehunter needs to farm up his blink, he needs to be able to get the positioning right, get that ult off, and then hopefully Lifestealer and Prophet can go in and clean house.
Both teams taking quite a while with this last pick. All the money, fame, women on the line, can't really blame them for it.
Shake did seem to have pre-game jitters, so I can see them overthinking this a little bit.
When you know that upwards of 8 people are watching you play, it's hard not to get a little nervous.
They need someone with a stun here. Wow, no stuns. Wow.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. They don't have much lockdown and disable.
Essentially none. I mean, you have the gyro and the dazzle, slow, comma stun, but that's only level 3, and I would call that reliable.
Although, yeah, they do have a lot of slows though, which is very awesome for an Ursa to just eat things and to get roots up with your bear. But
yep.
I don't know.
There's not much better as an Ursa than to see an entangled hero.
Better get ready.
It is going to be Fernie on the Nature's Prophet, and Crow on the Lifestealer, Somnia playing the Nyx, Knights taking the Jakiro as we thought, and Livewire in the Tide.
Looks like we lost one.
And Trasher's Garbo computer acts up once again.
Yeah, I don't
see any buttons.
Yeah, I don't see the button that I was referencing either.
Is there like a specific stats slot or something like that?
That's what I was wondering.
"30 seconds to showtime."
Looks like it is going to be Ursa Jungle Splat, who has played a fair amount of jungle for these games. Running the Lich solo mid, that's interesting. I love Lich, but that role could probably be better served. Tiger Rag's going to run the Lone Druid top. We'll have to see if he can pull the creep wave. Looks like he's definitely setting up for it. Then,
Fern getting a bit overzealous here, running right into the other team's jungle. Not sure what he's looking to do here. Alright, so he's going to be blocking some of the camps, so they're expecting this Ursa jungle.
That's actually going to be an important block, and if he can hit the magic bush too.
Yep.
Ursa the jungling starts out rather slow, and if you don't have that small camp, you really can't do much. That's actually some really good warding.
Yeah, good warding, and unfortunately no one on the Radiant side has any sentries, so that's really going to put him at a loss there. And Splat wondering where the hell the camp is.
You can't even pull that lane to get the initial experience. This is going to be a rough start for him. Tiger did a good job of pulling that creep wave.
And we've got stats, ladies and gentlemen.
F10.
There we
go. They
go.
remove the button, they just put it to F10. Thank you, Cyborg Matt.
First, I want to see a stat on when Splat gets his first creep kill, because this is, watching Ursa roam around this jungle aimlessly is really breaking my heart. I feel for the guy.
He just has no clue what to do. I don't know what lane he's going to move to either. He should probably take mid, honestly. He'll be better served getting levels there than the Lich will be.
Yeah, mid against a Nyx wouldn't be terrible. I mean, he'll do a little bit of harass, but I mean, if he gets mana burn, that's not a big deal at all. So it looks like Splat's going to join this lane top, and it's going to be bare lane topside for Radiant.
Crow eating a lot of damage early on.
Yeah, he brought 6 tangos with him, but he's got to be careful. Got the early boots up, which is nice as well.
No stout shield though. See Livewire already spamming out those gushes. I guess it was on Esnark, but he's completely out of mana right now and no clarities to even regen and none in sight, so that is not what you want to do.
Yeah, Shake and Esnark should be able to make a really good use of this lane down here. I mean, with no mana on Livewire and being a melee hero, and Jakiro's not going to be setting up any major ganks here with those two. I think they should have pretty much free farm down there as long as they can control the lane.
Quite the battle in mid. 2.5 minutes in, several creep waves, 3 combined last hits between these two heroes.
And it looks like Cold-Blooded's going for an early mech. He's already got a headdress up, which is an interesting choice as a initial item.
Haste.
Also went with 2 points into that Frost Blast up front versus scaling the sacrifice.
Ursa finally picks up the sentries. Let's see if we can ward this. This isn't the easiest thing to do if you don't know about the spawn boxes. I feel like Splat's gotta be... that might block it. That's close. I guess we'll find out in a minute from now.
I was gonna say, even the timing on that's poor because we're still gonna have to wait a solid 50 seconds to see if that's gonna work.
I feel like he's looking at a map, which I can't even blame him for doing. That
definitely blocks it.
It misses it badly. Yep.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
He's not aware of the magic bush. If you know that both these camps are blocked, it's pretty... There's nowhere else it's gonna be besides here.
Yeah, future notice, it's definitely guaranteed. That ward that's right there is going to block both camps with the X's on it, so future notice, the place you want to get your ward to deward that one, it's more down in that area.
Lone Druid actually doing really well top. Not only did he pull that wave to get all the experience, he's also hanging with Lifestealer, who's had a pretty free lane as far as light hits goes. Picks up a few here even.
Oh wow, Fern just letting him get those last hits on the creeps up top. I think that's a misplay.
First blood!
Naturally, I missed first blood bottom. Dazzle going down.
I'm gonna have to guess that's an overextension. They're right up against that tower.
Must have been. Even using Shallow Grave, too. Double damage for Nyx. Maybe we can finally see some last hits here.
Meanwhile, I think Cold-Blood is giving a little too much respect to that double damage. I mean, he does have full mana, so you have to be aware of the impale, but I'd still try and sacrifice a creep out for under him while he was getting that done. So Splat's starting to get some farm in the jungle. He's got a ring of health sitting out there, or a ring of regen, I should say. Starting to get his creep on.
He's way behind though. We're 5 minutes in, and it's very nearly starting items for a Lone Druid. Or sorry, for an Ursa. This camp is still going to be blocked by the bush for another minute.
It looks like Fern's going to be rushing a Midas here. So got the gloves, he's probably about a K away from the recipe, so still a bit. It's going to be a little bit of a later Midas out of him.
Lone Druid just doing a really good job farming top, leading in last hits and having enough to even pick up this this creep wave here. He's really, wow, sizably ahead in GPM.
Wondering where Fern's going here. He's gonna grab this haster and see if he makes anything of it or if he's just guarding it. He's gonna wander into the jungle. He's getting pinged out, so I think Fern knows he's there.
Should definitely pick up that haster, and I don't know why he's left it there.
He should jump on Splat here, he's very low. Oh, and a courier. There's the Sprout. Nick's
Samia
coming in,
shows up
secure
just
the
in
kill.
time. There we go.
Of no honor. Feed the trees.
Stats, man, getting it done.
Scary thing right now is that bear's hit level 5, so he has Entangle now. Just a couple of swipes on
Fern
Crow,
is
you can
not
already
getting
see
out
how
of here.
low he is.
Oh, Fern does escape. Esnark doesn't have it leveled high enough to get a stun at the end of that. Yeah, only 1 point into the poison touch, so you don't get the stun until it's, I believe, level 2. Or no, it's actually level 3, I'm sorry. So, not enough points there to actually prevent the Nature's Prophet from getting out. And we're back to the farming game.
Looks like Lone Druid might be going for an early minus. I know he pulled that last game and he has the Gloves of Haste. If he can get a lucky Entangle there, that probably would have been the end of Crow. You really can't hang around a Lone Druid with that low life. One bad swipe and you're just gonna die.
And it solves the bear. It's interesting. I don't think I've seen consumables used on the bear before. I don't think the impact of it's very high with 27 base health.
It has too much life for that to be especially effective. At this point, you're better off just resummoning. Like, the cooldown isn't that high this late. There's a good chance he's not going to die.
Looks like Fern's calling for Nyx to roam here. I think they're going to try and pick up this Lone Druid top.
Does have 6 now, so he can use Vendetta.
Yep, Somnia popping Vendetta. The only problem with popping it that early, I'm almost curious if it's going to stay up the entire duration by the time they get there. Vendetta level 1, very short cast time.
And he doesn't have boots.
He's getting there. Oh, that's Brown's gonna... Oh, he gets
Quick
it through.
change, but it takes most of the damage beforehand. Here comes Crow.
I think he
Might
gets
be
out.
too late. Yeah, he should be able to escape.
The bear behind him, I think he's out. Unless there's a Impale follow-up. Nope, there it is, open wounds.
They do lose Crow, though, as a result. Not what you want to do, trading a gank into essentially an even trade.
Yeah, that was way too much investment. We had 3 heroes trying to jump on that Lone Druid and to ultimately end 1-1. Not so good. Meanwhile, bottom, lots of action bottom tower here.
Wow, that double damage does kill Fade now, but that double damage Ursa got to anyone, that was a death.
So Splat working his butt off in the jungle. He's got those tranquils up, so he's going to have a bit more stay power out in the jungle there. Still far behind there as far as levels go. He's still only level 4 with the rest of the board definitely in the like 6 to 8 range.
Lone Druid does pick up the minus, so assuming this game goes a decent length, which right now it looks like it will. He should be sitting pretty on farm. He's pretty high up there already. Gyro also pretty seriously out-hitting his compatriot on the other side, 42 to 30 on last hits right now. And Crow suffered a death, so...
Ice Path bottom, they're going on the shake here. He's gonna maybe fall.
No,
he's gonna get out.
Not
I don't think they've got the range.
The shallow grave.
Yeah, the question is gonna be, is Esnark gonna get out?
An ice path that would have killed him.
Esnark had no mana to grave himself there, so if they were able to lock him down, that was a kill. Splat watching from the rafters, just making sure nothing silly's going on. I think he's
Prophet ultimate came in a little too late. They had already lost vision of both heroes by then. I don't know if it would have killed either, but it certainly would have made it close.
And Lone Druid with another ward blocking the pull camp there. I'm not sure if anyone's actually pulling it. Maybe that's just a play to get Fernie's farm slowed down a bit. A little bit of gank protection with that ward, but not as much. It doesn't cover the river entrance.
I'd like to see Nyx hopefully do something with this rune. Whenever you have Vendetta up, you really want to take advantage of it and try to secure a kill.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure if he's got something. Yeah, he does have something. Alright, so he's got a bottle. But brown boots and a wand and a bottle with about 500 in the tank. I don't know if that's going so well for that Nyx mid. That's kind of under farmed. Meanwhile, Cold-Blooded, it looks like he's got 2 components of that mech up with about 450 in the bank, so he should be seeing that in another minute or two. But he actually buys a Blades of Attack. Is he going phase boots here?
That's how I plays it.
Interesting.
I'd definitely like to see Somnia do something aggressive here. Lich is a weak hero. He shouldn't be taking this harass when he has Vendetta up.
He needs to be careful. If he decides to throw the Chain Frost out, he might be able to get him if it bounces once off that creep.
You really don't want to just sit mid with Nyx. It's a ganking hero. That's what you need to be doing.
And I think that's kind of the concern we had, right? It was Nyx being more of an Esnark hero. I don't know how much experience he has Somnia playing Nyx, but oh man, burns the invisibility rune there.
You want to see more coordination too. Fernie dropped that ultimate. Dropped CB down to really low life, to the point that Nyx easily could have finished him off with just
Splat, meanwhile, bottom.
Vendetta.
He's getting jumped on. Ice Path misses. Fernie pecking away at him. Ultimately gonna fall. Gets a gush in and he's done.
Its top tower's in bad shape.
Somnia hunting for a follow-up, but none's gonna be found.
See if, nope, he decides to back off. But Tiger Rag might make a move on Crow.
So ultimately, I think Dire side is definitely getting the better early game here. These farmers have had a real tough time with those jungle wards on the Ursa's base. It's definitely a rough game right now.
Showing a bit in the gold graph. It's about 1,500 right now, but when you consider that's in spite of a 1 to 5 kill deficit, you can kind of see how well they're farming.
It's definitely going to help that we've got that Midas up on Tiger Rag, so that might be enough to help. I mean, Druid definitely is pretty broken with his entangles late game, so it's possible Lone Druid could carry this solo if that's what it comes down to.
Finally seeing a bit of the push power of Nature's Prophet come out here. This lane gonna get pretty low. I don't know if this is something you necessarily want to mess with 3 heroes right here.
Radiant's mid tower's coming.
Yeah, both heroes down very low here.
Yeah, live sitting at just 88 health. Oh, call down's gonna get him. He'll get Knights too, but he'll be able to barely get away.
A little bit of a misplay, I think, by Cold-Blooded. He had Sacrifice up, and that would have gave him the mana to Chain Frost. That would have been an easy kill on both there. But they're still going to ultimately get one down with the Tide, and that tower should be falling here. But they're really willing to trade here. Nature's Prophet not stopping here.
Guess what's happening?
He's out of mana though, and doesn't have any more treants, unfortunately. They do get bottom towers to trade for mid and a kill.
Mid tower's getting banged up.
And that's really the danger. If everyone's kind of playing around with each other on these side lanes, Prophet's going to be more than happy to punish you on these towers. So they really need to start, I don't know, doing something. They need to start pushing themselves or finding ways to get that farm. This Prophet's really going to force them to end this game fast.
I'd definitely like to see a gank setup on here, on the Lone Druid with Nyx in such close proximity and Lifestealer and Tide right here, but I think seeing Tide teleport into the lane has made Tiger a lot more cautious. He's just going to sit on his fountain for now.
Yeah, and unfortunately this is more wasted time out of Somnia. I mean, kind of waiting for that gank. It's when he's up against his tower like that, it's not really the right time to try that.
There's a little help.
See what he can do to Lich right now. Not
meanwhile, mid Cold-Blooded's gonna fall here.
Nope, he holds on to it.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't it pretty?
Gank down mid, so everyone jumped on the.
Meanwhile, Crow picks up a kill underneath the tower. That was not very well executed. Tiger, I don't know if you saw it, but he kept his Druid on the hero while attacking with the bear. Bear had full health, and if he had just moved away, the actual hero, I think he could have killed him there, or at the very least survived it.
Might be a little too dependent on the control click in that scenario.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, going down mid, it looks like we've got a full team push here. So let's see if they're going to get this tower. There's not a lot of restrictions, although Shake should probably drop a preemptive. There it is, the call down. Probably not going to get any kills out of this on either side, but I think they've proved their point and they're going to back off.
Well, that's going on though. Ursa sitting in the Rosh pit, going to pick that up real quick. No wards on that. Something you really need to have whenever there's an Ursa on the map, just because you can so easily take down Rosh. And they'll pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what Ursa needs here. Now that he's got that Vlad's up, he's definitely a Roche threat, so they need to make sure that Roche timer is something they're tracking closely.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
I mean, at higher levels, any good Ursa player will smoke in, but
Radiant's bottom tower
even so, I don't think he smoked in, so they would have easily seen that. Fernie says, fuck this, I'm out, and he's a TP, even though his proper teleport was up.
So, got a push attempt going on top here. I'd really like to see that Chain Frost get sent out.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right
Yeah, harassment of the Nova is going to be enough alone, and as you can see, LD just destroys towers. Once you hit level 7 with that Demolish, it really takes them down rather quickly. Bro goes in. Here comes the Nyx from behind. This is going to turn into a massacre real quick as the entire Dire squad suddenly shows up. Wow, that's going to be a 3 for none. And they can easily push this top tower now.
Nah, not to keep harping on it, but there was no Chain Frost in that fight either, and there was plenty of time to cast it. I mean, Chain Frost typically an ability with a fairly low cooldown, so I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to spam that thing. Hopefully that's something that gets used more later.
Taking hits.
I think Ursa should be at the point now that he can actually leave jungle and join his team. He had a ridiculously slow start due to some pretty solid warding, but now's the time to join up. You got that Vlad, you got that phase boots, that's about all you really need to be effective.
So if you're Radiant side, what are you doing right now?
If I'm Radiance, I am,
Guess what's happening?
I don't know. I'm trying to effectively farm, I think. I think they still have much better late game. But if the Dire squad pushes and enforces the action, you need to be able to respond as 5. If I'm either team, I'm buying some fucking wards and trying to put them up, because there's just a single one on the map right now.
Yeah, I think Radiant's shaking a little bit here. They're grouping up, so this is either a smoke that they're going to be trying to set up here, or they're just not sure what's going on.
In spite of the 10-2 lead for Dire, Radiant's actually still up 2k gold. That really just... it's kind of crazy how better their farm was to start. They're up 2k gold despite being down a tower, and right? Or are they tied? No, they're square.
I think
even
I'm probably
so,
gonna
an 8 kill difference.
I'm probably going to attribute that to Cold-Blooded probably having a little bit of a better mid, and then that Midas on the Lone Druid. I mean, Tiger had a really good time top lane there, so that's definitely going to help.
Nothing about Dire structures right now.
Ravage up 2 seconds. Let's see if Livewire realizes it comes off cooldown. He doesn't. There's the Chain Frost finally.
There's
hits a ton. Takes out Knights. 2 down, 3 down right now. Shake survives in the shallow grave. Bernie shows up though. I think it's too late. This team fight's already been decided as a 4th goes down. Wow.
Chain Frost, baby.
Here's where the pushing power of Lone Druid can really come into play. Nature's Prophet's much better at split pushing, but Lone Druid can absolutely destroy towers. You lose one team fight before you know it. Towers down, maybe a couple racks even.
That tower could use a little help. The Dire could
Just like that, first tier 2 tower of the game goes down.
Yeah, and that Vlad's on the Ursa is going to be a huge item later game. With the aura bonus damage and lifesteal, Druid's going to benefit from that, as well as the bonus damage on all 3 of those cores that they have. That's going to be really strong.
That's true.
Item.
That's something I didn't even think of. Vlad's is a great item for Lone Druid, but priority usually gets shifted for other things. AC, Basher, that type of stuff. Wow, who's been stacking this?
What's that?
It's actually a 3 stack of Ancients down here by someone.
God damn.
Maybe it's been the Gyro?
Team Shake not fucking around today.
I guess it has been. There's his minion. That's good. That's better than I expected at this level to actually be stacking that with Helm of the Dominator minion. You can really see the burst that fight did. About a 2,500 shift in experience and about the same in gold too.
Yeah, that's something that's really kind of hiding underneath that kill count is that gold score. I mean, the gold has been pretty much with the Radiant side for the entire match here, and it's only rising with team fights like that. So, while I think the pushing power of Nature's Prophet is going to be huge, and it still could play a huge part late game, I think the tri-core strategy on Team Shake is going to start playing out huge if they don't try and stop this push here.
When they actually clean up this camp, which might be now, that's gonna shift it even more in their favor.
Yeah, I missed an attempt to try and stack that again. I don't know if you'd be able to get another stack on that one. That's pretty packed in there.
You should be able to. I think you can do like up to 5.
You can. It's just
sure.
It's very picky. Not quite sure what that.
I know what he's doing now. I feel like you can't give a guy a compliment without him doing something weird.
I guess he's just trying to reduce the amount of time he's getting hit.
I'd like to see Nyx and Nature's Prophet team up together. They should be, every time Vendetta's off, they should be coordinating a gank. It's such a huge combo if you drop that Nature's Prophet ult right into Nyx's combo with NP teleporting in too.
I'm trying to understand what's going on up here in the jungle. We got 3 heroes farming the same camp.
That is the exact ineffectiveness that caused you to be behind a lot of gold. They were going for a smoke, but that still is odd.
I was gonna say that at least gives me some reason why that was going on. Otherwise, I wasn't quite sure what was up. But
you get scouted out here by Nyx. If he opens on one of these, he'll be in trouble. Hopefully, his team will react.
Yeah, with Nyx inside Nature's Prophet, we should be having a gank here on Ursa.
Yep, this is wow. You can see how strong. Oh god.
Oh yeah, Chain Frost.
Group up to the Chain Frost. The Ravage does come in from behind with a nice Ice Path follow-up. I don't know if any of these heroes can really stand up to a
Tiger. Needs to get
He's
out of
sitting
this.
in the fire though. It goes down.
Tiger having no problem dancing in the fire.
3-for-1 trade so far, and they should be able to catch up to this. If
Ooh, Samya's gonna fall here. Oh, the mech charge
Nice,
gets off.
Wow, this is gonna be a 4-for-1.
Very
Just like that, throw, counter throw.
I was gonna say, these are swings like crazy. And with that full team wipe, they should be able to grab bottom tower here.
In bad shape.
And that is honestly the kind of advantage that you do not want to give the other team, to have the tower be the T3 that's next with Nature's Prophet. They need to make sure that bottom lane is pushed, otherwise NP can really punish them for this.
Dire's mid tower.
Yeah, he could easily hop into top now and kind of pick that up while his team gets bottom. Bottom's definitely going down, and he is going to go top and push that.
Their structures.
That was pretty much precisely what I want to see out of him as far as Nyx and Nature's Prophet. I didn't even consider having the Lifestealer pop in, which just adds a whole other element to it that, like, they should really be able to devastate a hero every 60 seconds or so.
Quick props to Trasher using Gyrocopter as the quote master for that one, since I think it was a Zeppelin in Warcraft that made that quote, so that's very fitting. We should be seeing Roshan come up in another minute here, so I'm curious if Splat's going to have the space to try and pick that up, or if there's really going to have to default that to the Dire. hopefully they kept track of that.
That they finally do clean up the remainder of that ancient camp, and that should be a huge gold burst for Splat. I'm interested to see where he goes with it. He's finished up the BKB. I think he's actually had that for a while. Unused though. The Nyx was able to get the Dagon off that last fight.
That's going to be a big pickup. Radiant team rightfully so backing out of doing the Roshan. They're getting hit by Nature's Prophet ult. They know that Vision's on them. They get out of there. Smart call. The problem is does the Dire team even try it? I think they're going to just have a stalemate here mid and figure out who's going to make the mistake first.
Yeah, I don't think Dire has the right click power to take it. Certainly, even uncontested, it wouldn't be the easiest or quickest of kills, but with the other team up on the map, there's no way they can. At this point, they really just need to prevent it from Ursa, though. That's their goal.
Everyone kind of doing some weird positioning here. It looks like everyone knows that shit's about to go down top, but everyone's going to have a massive 5-on-5 somewhere.
With that, though, Nature's Prophet being the obnoxious hero that he can be, just porting bottom and going to go to work on this tier 3 tower.
It's exactly what you need to do.
Many TPs on Radiant. They do have flash. They're going to push it top.
Ravage goes off. Instantly
not
shatters.
Get off. Ursa going to work though. Can he stand up? That's. See how obnoxious that shallow grave is. It keeps him up when he surely should have been dead.
Oh, Splat's gonna ultimately fall. It's a 2-for-2 trade right now. Knights is gonna maybe survive this.
That rocket barrage goes exclusively into creeps. Buyback button from the Nyx. Through the whole thing though, Nature's Prophet just content to push the bottom tower. Why not?
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, he doesn't have quite the tower pushing power that he needs. I think that Mithril Hammer is probably going to be a Deso, so that'll give him the tower pushing power that they're looking for. But still, they're taking a ton of T3 damage here.
They need to. Someone needs to TP back and force them off of this.
And ultimately, Tiger does come back. He needs to get him on him now.
He'll just Shadow Blade away.
Yeah. That's going to be a big problem. If they don't get Dust Ganks or Sentries or something to deal with this Nature's Prophet, I think Fernie could probably win this for them by himself.
He can certainly take care of that Rax. At the very least, it anchors them to the base in some aspects.
And Fern does get that Deso, so now he's going to be able to push those towers just that much faster.
Lone Druid can pick up his BKB here. That'll make him real obnoxious. They've been able to hold him down and have some really good team fights with the Ravage into Ice Path combo and Nyx stunning as well, but if he's allowed to just run rampant over them, he can shred them up in no time, really.
Kind of interesting from Splat. He's got the recipe for the BKB. I'm hoping that he bought that just before he died, versus picking that up. Otherwise, you should definitely wait to get the hammer.
And as good a job as they did earlier of having vision on the Rosh, they have absolutely none now, and that's just gonna go down in about 10 seconds.
Gets completely shredded, and Splat gets the Aegis.
Towers taking hits. Radiant's
really
top
ugly
tower's in bad shape.
And Fern setting himself up as the Nyx bomb carrier here. I don't think he's going to find a target, so hopefully Nyx jumps out so he can start getting some farm.
I think they have to use the Nyx to scout it
out. Oh,
Fern!
Very dangerous jump here. But he's not alone. Let's see if Ursa's going to get him down before that Shadow Blade gets up. He does.
That is
Grave
the power
on
of
Shake.
Ursa.
Nyx is going to possibly fall here, too.
Suddenly, Crow is left all by himself with an angry bear chasing him. He'll go down, too.
Gigantic misplay there. He saw Shake and they ultimately sprouted, but he had no idea Esnark and Splat were right around the corner. They pay for it.
Couldn't even get that Shadow Blade off in time. That's why I was saying the Nyx really needs to be scouting out for them. Let's see if he can take out the Lich here, if he can get out his combo off correctly. And
there
he
it
does.
is.
Yep. Wow, AC finished up on Lone Druid. That's going to be as quickly as they were already melting to Ursa. That is going to...
Yeah.
Oh, did he
Statman has it exactly right.
Right away?
Definitely, if you're Nature's Prophet and you TP in somewhere, you're doing that because you know that you're going to be engaging. You don't try and set up a potential kill with the Shadow Blade, so I agree 100% there.
They do get the AC up on Ursa, or sorry, the Lone Druid, which is going to make these guys melt even quicker to Ursa and obviously Lone Druid too. Not something you want to deal with. Also drop towers quicker.
Yeah, they've got a lot of great teamfight items with the AC on the Lone Druid, the Mech on the Lich, and then the Vlads on the Ursa. They've got lots of teamfight items that contribute in a huge way.
Getting more and more BKBs up. We have yet to see a real team fight where Ursa's uses that BKB. I guess he used it in the last one. It wasn't such a big deal. There's finally a dust on MP, but no real follow-up, so he should be fine. Unless he runs right into Ursa now. Which
I was going to say, Ursa's going to find him.
Blade's about to pop off. Can he catch up?
In the trees, he should be able to TP out.
TP out.
Should TP out.
TP out. Instead, he's just going to use the Shadow Blade. I guess that's one way to do it.
I was going to say, he may not know that when you sprout yourself like that, the enemy team loses vision on you, so you can just safely TP out of there.
Yeah, that definitely would have been the prudent choice. Kind of got a little lucky there that things worked out as well as they did. I feel like those embarrassing stats about people getting items only, well, they work best when you have the average.
Gyro getting an MKB. I think things are getting a little bit ridiculous on this Radiant side. I think if they have a square 5-on-5, the Radiant team should take it pretty cleanly. The BKB is to prevent the Ravage, and to really basically negate anything Jakiro can do. They should be able to take a team fight with ease here.
We're kind of seeing the minutia, for lack of a more appropriate word, in pushers in this game, with Nature's Prophet being the split pusher, and Lone Druid, and to an extent Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's more of an anti-push, but Lone Druid is a huge pusher in that if you win a team fight this late, he can end the game. Unfortunately for the Radiant side, they haven't really had a 5v5 team fight to try to win and do that in quite a while.
I mean, this is probably the best strategy on the Radiant side. I like that they're all pushing as 5 up top. I mean, Nature's Prophet shouldn't be able to get to that T3 before they get to the dire top T3 here. So they should be able to not only punch in the base, but win this 4v5 easily. So Fern needs to get back and try and help win this team fight.
They're going to force the issue though, this tower.
Call down Ravage.
Go down before he can get off Chainforce. He didn't even have the mana for it, but he's dead anyway. Ravage gets off. That BKB up on Ursa.
Crow majorly overstepping here. Just walks right into 4 heroes. Knights is probably going to fall here as well. Splat taking a step back and ultimately going for the objective. This is going to be top racks for sure.
This is what I'm talking about. One lost team fight and this team can just shred through.
I didn't even see Fern in that fight, but he's dead, so he must have tried to join.
Yeah, I didn't either. I guess he TP'd in and...
They're going throne! Oh shit, they're going straight throne!
Big plays, there's the sign, this is our advantage, we don't want to get split push, and they can probably do this. Ursa though,
they're doing it! Master Shake's team is doing it!
Split communication as Ursa goes middle.
Esdark with the shallow grave on himself. They continue to push. They're gonna do it. Tiger Egg going for the T4 mid. They're pushing. There's no answer here. The Dire team, they try and spawn. Somnia taking his time.
No buyback for Lifestealer. No buyback for Nature's Prophet. They're up in 5 seconds. Can the Dire hang on that long? Swag goes down.
They do scare them away.
Chase is on.
But they lose both T4s, top T3, the racks. Things are...
TP out just in time. Dazzle goes down, but they won't care. The
And they
throne is
take out the
exposed.
aggression on that bear. They fucked that bear in the ass.
There's a little more communication from the Radiant squad. I feel like we'd be talking over a score screen right now, but instead the throne is still up.
Yeah, I really do think they could have taken the throne there.
You can see the damage that was done to the middle tier 3 by Ursa, and I felt like the rest of the team was kind of just middling around.
It pretty much seemed like Tiger had enough DPS on just himself. I mean, he was taking out chunks with each hit there with that bear.
Pulverize plus a Sulk Cuirass, it does work. Here's the anti-push we were talking about, just shreds that big creep wave.
Unfortunately, this is kind of where I'd like to see someone do a YOLO rapier on the Dire side, but I don't think anyone's even close. We're getting an Ags up on Fern here.
Yeah, they didn't have buyback. They did not have rapier. Even now, only one hero with the entire game with buyback money.
But I mean, this is kind of a nightmare scenario as far as things go here.
Mid goes a lot of engagement, but so far no deaths. Samya limping away slowly. I don't know if
that
he's
bear is gonna get him.
Yep. One swipes him. Wow. I think that the Dazzle heal also did a ton of damage there.
Run, Knights, run!
Nice ice path from Knights. I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
No, he's dealing with Phase Boots Gyro and a Shadow Blade Ursa.
He whiffs the Earth Shot, but Rocky catches up to him, and
this should be GG
he does
push.
He does have buyback, being the only hero prudent enough to save up for it, but
Fern needs to get back to base. Even though he's got Deso up, he's not going to beat this race here.
not a chance.
I'd like to see him get up there, sprout that T4 or T3. Buyback from Jakiro. They know this is it.
This is going to be game or bust. They take down that Rax so quickly.
Mid-Rex is going to fall.
Shredded.
No glyph here,
They just
so
turn their attention to the throne right now. I feel like, oh wow, a TP coming out.
TPing out!
Feels a little hesitant, to be honest.
Insanely premature TP out.
Frost. Shane Frost doing damage though and taking out Tidehunter as Crow and Livewire build the buddy system.
That's actually a pretty big misplay, I think, on the Radiant side. This should be GG right now. I think that's twice now we could have been looking at that score screen, but too much respect for that Nature's Prophet. There's
not nearly enough disable on the Dire for them to just stand there. The Ursa, the Lone Druid, more than tanky enough to stand in for that, and the way they were doing damage, you could see those barracks just really fall almost instantly. They would have taken the throne easily.
What item did Fern just sell?
I don't know.
He just sold something I think important to get this point boost there.
Does that show up in combat log? He doesn't have treads yet. It's coming out in the a little back and forth here. Thankfully they do have a sentry ward up on Rosh.
I think Radiant Team's playing a little Chinese Dota here. They're waiting to get a Roche kill to secure the win. So Fern picks up the Ags and the Power Tread, so he's looking pretty good at this point. I want to know what he did sell, because I think that was something of significance. Maybe not.
There's always the replay.
Meanwhile, we got a smoke gank coming out of Dire top here, so I think they're trying to catch the Radiant team off guard when they go for this Roche, or maybe they're looking to run in themselves.
Kind of split though. Jakiro running back to base, and that's the problem when you have an exposed throne and 2 racks down. You can't venture very far.
They need a babysitter there. The throne's been taken down to half, and probably about a quarter of that's been just random creeps. Fern dropped another item. What did he just drop now?
What did he have there?
I don't know, but he keeps missing items. And Fern's gonna fall here. Dust on him at the stun.
There's not a whole lot of follow-up. Does have he can just TP out of this.
Just turn. He could kill these guys.
Actually, there's the poison finally.
Oh, the dazzle stun.
And he goes down. He does have buyback though.
Yeah, so it was his
Yeah,
Midas that he
Midas.
sold. That was something, but there was another item that he sold.
That's fine. You know, if you're gonna replace it with something, Midas is definitely should be one of the first things to go late game. So is Basilius probably. Now that I think about it, which is a big deal.
Yeah, no, if it was the Basilius and you think you're right, then yeah, that's not a big deal.
But if you're not gonna replace the Midas item slot with something, it's kind of pointless.
If you're a Dire team, you do not try and defend that tower. Fern just taking it there. He needs to be careful.
Show the map control the Dire have. They're able to push the tier 2 and take Rosh with
Fernie, where's he
They're
going?
gonna go in for it though.
This
This could be it.
Final
Nice
team
ice
fight
pack.
going on.
Catches several. Ravage.
Ravage is down.
Down. I don't know
Dire
if it matters. Gyro
losing
with
2
the,
heroes.
BKB and Ursa too. He still has that BKB up.
BKB up with the Aegis. This is good. GG. Fernie
There's the
calls it. Wow. An amazing.
Once again, the triple 4. That seems to have been the recipe for Team Shake.
Yeah, it
Takes
honestly.
game 5.
It looked like Dire had a great start there with the messing around with the jungle. They really messed with the early game here, but that lone druid was able to take off. Ursa was able to catch up, and at the end of the day, 3 cores are better than 1. So we're able to get it down. Congrats.
Big up to Knights, 9-3. Carry Jakiro. Lots of good ice paths too.
Top kills. Wow, he had the highest KDA by far.
Standing in fire is bad.
Yeah, there was a lot of partying in the macro pyre. For as good as the lone druid did in lane, there was way too much of that. So game 5 and the series goes to Team Shake. I guess it's appropriate given his organization of this. So thanks to him for putting this all together as best he could, dealing with these miscreants.
Ends on a high note too with his 8 kills, 1 death, 10 assists. Definitely the all-star there.
Dazzle, dazzle, dazzle.
And the least valuable player, Dazzle.
Wise.
I kept thinking I wanted to put up a little stat about how you probably spent more money on Dazzle outfits than anyone here on Ice.
Probably, for sure.
I couldn't find any hard evidence.
Most expensive Dazzler.
Oh man.
I also tried to look at like people's heroes and stuff, but it only like shows your top 3 played, and like for my own account I can look at like all my heroes played and see like my records with them and stuff, but apparently you can't do that for other people.
Others, as long as
How do
they
you do
have
for
it
others?
enabled.
They have to enable it? No. That's what I was thinking too.
As I say, next time we'll get all their Dota buff profiles so we can have advanced stats.
Oh wait, maybe it doesn't do that. You can look at their old games though.
Yeah. Apparently you can only do that for yourself, which is kind of sucks.
Care Bear Valve.
God damn.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and call that an exciting series.
Yeah, I mean, went 5 games and some pretty epic team fights there. It was actually insanely hard to.
What, 23 to 25?
Yeah, it was close. And I don't know. Actually,
kill count?
Yeah, kill
Kill
count.
count, yeah.
Yeah, it was close, but I
Pretty sure
took
it was 23 to 25.
a glance at the gold graph at the end. Radiant
Gold was
up
way in
about
favor of
15k.
Radiant.
Yeah.
Net worth, their top 3 were huge compared to the other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They got all 3 of those cores pretty big.
Yeah, they definitely could have ended earlier too, but still, obviously looked like they were gonna be unstoppable at that point.
Az hung on to the #1 net
GPM?
spot the whole time, yeah, the whole time. Never lost it.
Yeah,
Pretty crept
they
up
kind
there
of
close,
left
and
him
then
way too unharassed up top. Then he got that Midas up and it was off to the races.
Well, there was that one gank attempt where all 3 of them went, and then Crow ended up dying to like the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. think
even
that was the
was
only
pretty
time they
late.
killed him, right?
Yeah,
They
even
ganked
that
him?
was pretty late. I think he was like already level 8 or 9 at that point, which you know, for a solo lane player, your job's already done.
So what did the winner of that get?
Steam
Dodo
stuff?
bucks.
Keys? Dresses?
It's like, was it?
Oh, I hope I get a
$25
Dota
and
dress.
stuff?
Or a Dazzle dress.
Everyone's
actually-
getting Dazzle dresses.
I think I own all the Dazzle dresses.
I think there's only 2 of them. I looked at it recently.
Yeah. So I own all of them.
Do you have all the Nyx dresses too?
No, I just have the good ones. And that one that's like $300 now.
I was gonna say, you look like you. I think I saw you playing with it, the Dagon one.
Yeah, I got that from the shirt I bought from the International.
Hell yeah, that one's awesome. I haven't seen the actual Dagon in game yet, but it's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet. It is pretty sweet.
Is there any more games going on?
I think that's probably gonna do it. We could, is there talk of a 1v1? 1v1? I guess we can pop up to the other channel.
Tom.
Here now. And AT's here. Hey guys.
What's up, Caster?
Goddamn.
You can put the vote up.
Yeah, we want to. I want to
yeah.
hear what you had to say, man.
You guys were talking so much shit, weren't you?
No, they were just gushing over Dazzle.
I felt we got outdrafted bad.
I think we did too.
Outdraft? You guys like raped faces. How could you say that?
Because
Well,
we were so
just
scared
because
of
we
the
raped faces
lifestealer
doesn't mean
bomb.
they did not draft us.
I mean,
we
they
were
picked,
not. We
they
weren't
picked
prepared for
Nature's
that at all.
Prophet, so I mean, well, yeah, I mean, they definitely fucked you guys in the jungle. I mean, those wards, like Splat was running around, like I felt so bad.
It felt like they were drafting
like, what do I
for
do?
your team. They took
Yeah.
Shake's Nature's Prophet, Splat's Lifestealer.
They banned the DS. They banned your DS as well. You played like a sick gyro though. You ended up like 8-1 and 10.
Yeah, I knew I had to get BKB up early because I didn't want to get fucking destroyed with Ravage and Nyx.
Nice time.
I can't wait to hear what they say
Yeah,
when I
and
saved your
Iceberg.
ass there on the bottom lane.
Oh, that was big plays. I was so fucking hyped.
Probably
Those-
missed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember it.
Fuck you.
No, they-
He had like 2 health left and I graved him.
Dude, Nature's Prophet Lifestealer bombed me in the bottom lane. And
Oh, that
like, I
one,
wasn't
yeah,
even,
we
I
saw
wasn't
that.
even looking at Gyro. I was looking somewhere else on the screen. I think I was trying to stack Ancients or something. And all my fucking health was gone. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we called out Fern for a misplay on that one, unfortunately. You think he Shadowbladed immediately after he TP'd in, so that way when he engaged, he
Oh,
didn't
that
have
late
Shadowblade.
one?
Yeah.
That was kind of ugly.
How about that one where I was able to take him down basically single-handedly? That's a sick Dazzle play.
Oh, where it was like you and it
Me
was
and
the 2
Lich.
supports. Yeah, it was like you and
Yeah.
Lich were just like poking at him.
I gave up that one because I told.
Oh,
Livewire-
sure.
I told Livewire not to come with him. He kept following me in jungle, and for some reason, and then he ulted by himself.
Yeah,
So at that
yeah.
point, I was just like, you know what, fuck this, and
At that point, I didn't even care if we died to you because he used the Ravage. So I was like,
yeah, we were
great.
Yeah, that's why I was trying.
It was
to figure out
down
when
during
I
that
got-
team fight.
I thought I missed it during that team fight. I'm like, how did I fucking miss that? Because it was off cooldown.
He just used it for no reason on the bottom.
Yeah, I missed that.
Oh, when we were
he kept
chasing him?
following me every
Yeah.
time.
That was
I was getting
hilarious.
so pissed off. I'm like, Livewire, stay with the team. Why are you coming with me?
Yeah, so he got he uses the Ravage, and I was like, all right, we might as well push now because they don't have
Yeah.
Ravage, and he has like so little health. He's not going to be there for the fight anyway.
As soon as he hit Ravage, AZ was like, all right, we won. Let's go.
I kept waiting for it to pop in that fight, and then I finally checked his thing, and like 80 seconds.
Yeah, it was like 80-something seconds when I checked. I'm like, oh god, he used it somewhere. Yeah, that was kind of sick. Although I think you guys could have won a lot earlier. You guys backed off a few times when Fern was pushing bottom.
She got more aggressive going.
Yeah,
Shake
well,
was-
so, yeah.
Shake was
I was
yelling to
telling
back
him,
off, like-
when we took
We'd
the
kill
two,
one creep and Shake would be like, back.
Yeah, well. So we took the 2 tier 4 towers, and I was like, just stay on there and just keep hitting it, and they wanted to back off. So
You guys, that lineup shred stuff so quick with Ursa, and then LD with Assault Cuirass just tears through stuff like absurd fast.
I got to farm so much early because Crow just basically sat in the lane and didn't do anything, and so I just got so much farm early.
Yep, you were pretty much unharassed.
Yeah, I was just sitting there poking at those guys and watching you ding levels over and over and over.
Did you like AT? How you saw I kept switching the Midas back and forth?
Yep, did it properly.
See? I took your advice from the last game I listened to you cast.
No, just power.
What does that do? Reset it or something?
No.
You don't get the experience bonus if you use it when it's on your bear.
So every time it was up, I'd switch it back to me, use it, and then give it back to the bear.
For what purpose?
Because the attack speed. You want your bear to have a lot of attack speed so you can get those procs, those hacks from the Entangle.
Entangle hacks. So that's what those Russians were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did they ward our heavy spawn by the river at the beginning? Because I threw down a tree for it, and I didn't find one.
Yeah, I felt so bad. So that spot, do you know about the magic bush spot that's in the jungle there?
Nope.
So there's like a little bush, you'll watch it in the replay. Yeah, in the replay, but there's like one bush that if you ward it, you block both the pull camp and the hard camp at the same time.
And I just sentryed too far from it to see it?
Yeah, like where you sentryed was too far upper left, and you really needed to be more like down from it versus to the left of it.
I've never dewarded, so I was like, I'll just throw these somewhere and hope.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.